Are you holding on to your old Nikon DSLR, waiting for a sign to finally switch to mirrorless? Or maybe you are a creator looking at Sony and Canon, wondering if Nikon has anything built just for you. The wait is officially over. If you are a Nikon shooter, or if you are planning to become one, the next few months are going to change everything. We are not just talking about minor spec bumps or simple software updates. Nikon is completely rebuilding its lineup from the ground up, tackling its biggest weaknesses and filling the massive gaps that have left photographers and videographers waiting for years. From affordable entry-level bodies that can rival the best creator tools on the market to a legendary wildlife successor that people thought would never exist, all the way up to a cinematic powerhouse infused with Hollywood DNA, Nikon is making a massive statement. Today, we are diving deep into the upcoming Nikon cameras that will define the future of photography and filmmaking. This is the ultimate roadmap that proves Nikon is no longer just playing catch-up. They are playing to win. If you are looking at the entry-level market right now, the competition is brutal. For the past 2 years, Canon and Sony have dominated the beginner and creator space with precise, targeted bodies. Nikon had the Z30, which was a great little camera, but time moves fast in the digital content world, and that body has seriously started to show its age. Enter the Nikon Z32. This camera is not built for the seasoned professional or the gear collector who needs every top-tier specification. The Z32 is built for the person who woke up today and decided they want to start making things. It is designed for the bedroom YouTuber, the weekend travel vlogger, and the aspiring filmmaker who needs a reliable tool that does not cost a fortune. Nikon knows it needs to lock these creators into their ecosystem early, and the Z32 is the exact weapon they need to do it. The headline upgrade for the Z32 is all about the autofocus. In the past, entry-level Nikon bodies could struggle to keep up with the lightning-fast subject tracking found in Sony cameras. The Z32 changes that story entirely. It brings advanced subject detection algorithms down to an affordable price point, allowing the camera to lock onto a face or an eye and hold it perfectly, even if the creator is moving around a room or showcasing products. This means you can film yourself without constantly worrying if your shot is blurry or out of focus. To make things even better for solo creators, the Z32 features a fully articulating flip-out screen. Anyone who has tried to host a show or frame a vlog with a screen that only tilts up or down knows how incredibly frustrating that limitation can be. With a screen that flips completely to the side and faces forward, framing your shots becomes effortless. Video quality also gets a massive boost in the Z32. While the original Z30 offered decent video, the Z32 pushes things forward with much cleaner output and higher frame rates at 4K resolution. This allows creators to capture crisp, sharp footage and even introduce smooth slow-motion elements into their edits without sacrificing resolution. Furthermore, we are starting to see the trickle-down effect of Nikon's massive acquisition of Red Digital Cinema. Even at this entry-level price bracket, the internal color science pipeline is being refined to offer richer, more natural skin tones straight out of the camera, saving creators hours of color grading in post-production. Audio is another area where Nikon listened to user feedback. The original Z30 received a lot of complaints regarding its limited audio flexibility. The Z32 addresses this with an improved microphone input system and better internal audio processing, ensuring that your voiceovers, interviews, and ambient sounds match the high quality of your video. Finally, the Z32 tackles the challenge of handheld shooting without forcing beginners to buy expensive, heavy gimbals. While it does not feature a physical sensor-shifting stabilization mechanism to keep costs and weight down, it introduces significantly improved electronic image stabilization. This system works in tandem with your lenses to smooth out walking micro-jitters, making casual vlogging look professional and steady. The Z32 does not pretend to be a high-end cinema camera or a professional sports body. It does not have an electronic viewfinder. It does not feature dual card slots, and it skips heavy weather sealing. But it understands its target audience perfectly. It catches new creators at the exact moment they are deciding which brand to trust with their creative journey, making sure that Nikon is the most compelling answer on the shelf. In my opinion, the Z32 is an incredible entry point that gives you massive value for your money. It finally gives beginners the autofocus and color tools they need without breaking the bank. While the Z32 works hard to bring fresh faces into the Nikon family, the next camera on the roadmap targets a completely different type of buyer. This is a camera for the person who cares just as much about the physical experience of shooting and the aesthetic of their gear as they do about raw performance. At number 4, we have the Nikon Zfc II. The original ZFC proved to the entire industry that retro design is not just a passing fad. There is a massive, passionate market for cameras that have true character. People fell in love with the vintage tactile dials, the classic mechanical feel, and the lightweight APS-C body that looked like a historic piece of art rather than another boring black plastic mirrorless rectangle. The original camera sold incredibly well, but as the years rolled on, the technology inside it started to fall behind. Fujifilm kept aggressively pushing its own retro-style bodies forward with modern internals, leaving the ZFC feeling a bit sluggish. The ZFC II is Nikon's direct correction of that problem, bridging the gap between timeless style and modern performance. Imagine a travel photographer who wants to walk the streets of a new city all day. They want a camera that is light enough to never cause fatigue, distinct enough to look stylish, and capable enough to capture stunning images at a moment's notice. The ZFC II keeps the beautiful tactile exterior that made the original so beloved, but completely swaps out the engine underneath. It implements Nikon's current generation processor and autofocus system, giving the user access to incredibly fast eye tracking, animal detection, and vehicle tracking. What used to be an afterthought on the original body is now a core feature, making the ZFC II a highly reliable tool for spontaneous street photography and fast-moving environments. The sensor itself is also seeing a significant upgrade. The ZFC II pushes past the old 20MP barrier, moving toward a 21MP or higher APS-C sensor that delivers a noticeable leap in sharpness, detail, and cropping flexibility for stills photographers. But this update is not just for people who shoot photos. Thanks to the faster processor, the video performance is cleaner and more efficient, transforming this stylish body into a genuinely useful tool for hybrid creators who want to shoot high-quality video clips alongside their images. The physical dials still control your ISO, shutter speed, and exposure compensation, preserving that mechanical joy of photography. But the electronic brain behind those dials is now built on a rock-solid modern foundation. The ZFC II is still a style-forward camera, and it will not satisfy the users who need a heavy-duty sports camera, but it was never meant to. It matters because it ensures that choosing a camera with character no longer means compromising on current generation performance. My opinion on the ZFC II is very simple. It is the perfect blend of fashion and function. It allows you to look good while capturing stunning, sharp images with total confidence. As we move to number 3 on our list, we shift away from casual creators and style icons to enter a territory that will make longtime DSLR shooters incredibly excited. This is the camera that the Nikon community has been begging for since the Mirrorless Z system was first introduced. We are talking about the Nikon Z500. To understand why this camera carries so much weight, you have to understand the legacy of the legendary Nikon D500 DSLR. The D500 was not just a great crop sensor camera. It was an absolute statement of power. It offered wildlife photographers and sports shooters a high-speed, rugged, flagship-level experience with the built-in reach advantage of the APS-C format. Photographers deliberately chose it over expensive full-frame bodies because its autofocus was flawless. Its burst rate was unstoppable, and its buffer never filled up. When Nikon transitioned to mirrorless, that dedicated community felt left behind. They were given the Z50 line, which, while capable for everyday shooting, simply lacked the professional build, dual card slots, and deep buffers that serious field photographers required. The Z500 is the direct, uncompromising answer to those years of waiting. Picture a wildlife photographer standing in the freezing rain trying to track a bird of prey diving across an open sky. They need a camera that locks onto the target instantly, holds focus through unpredictable movements, and fires off dozens of frames without a single hiccup. The Z500 delivers on this exact promise by adopting the advanced autofocus pipeline found in Nikon's top-tier professional full-frame bodies like the Z8 and Z9. It brings deep learning subject detection specifically tuned for animals, birds, and high-speed sports right into a DX format body. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another deep dive into the future of camera gear.